So again, Biafrans, good evening, good afternoon, good night to all of you, depending your time zone and where you are watching and hearing me from this very wonderful morning or evening, should I say. I just want to show you or play a sound of one of the delegitimized governors of the Southeast, which is Nnamdi Soludo, telling Ruben Abati that they should release Nnamdi Kanu to him as the God of Biafrans. I want you people to listen to the nonsense he said, and then I will break it down to Biafrans. Just listen.
Issued quick notice to the Igbos. I was the chairman of the Planning and Strategy Committee of Ohanes and Igbo Worldwide.
Okay.
We took a census of Igbos in the north, and guess what? We came to the just some estimate of about 11.7 million Igbos in the north alone. If you have a disorderly dismemberment of this country, what a chaos for this tiny place, and so on. There are other visions for the Southeast. Why couldn't you make it a livable and prosperous homeland? Why couldn't you create new prosperity? Why do we keep blaming? So let us come together. We can turn this place to be anything we want it to become. So there are alternative viewpoints. I'd like him to be part of that conversation. And I want him, the legal process, if the courts have asked for him to be released, let him be released and him over.
Let him be released and be handed over to him as the God of the Southeast. You see, Soludo is taking too much that he can chew. These are delegitimized governor of the Southeast telling the Nigerian terrorist government to release Nnamdi Kanu to him as the God of the Southeast. You can see how these people is trying to please their paymasters, because Soludo knows that election is coming in this December, practically around December, and that is the reason why they have sent Ruben Abati. And I didn't see Ruben Abati asking him, Mr. Charles Soludo, since the removal of Simon Ekpa, who has been causing the killings that we are seeing in the Southeast? Southeast has been a killing field. You can see that they are trying to play a game that you and I knows already. Let me continue to play the video so you will listen and understand where I'm coming from.
Let's have a sit down and interrogate the different views. But a whole lot of this Simon Ekpa and some of this band of criminals.
Now this is where they are trying to delegitimize the declaration of the United States of Biafra. Now he's calling Simon Ekpa one of his own, one of his brothers, band of criminals. So what he's trying to do is to tell the Fulanese that there is nothing like Biafra. Biafra was never declared. That's whatever Simon Ekpa is doing it on his own. And Soludo knows very well that Biafra has been redeclared. And we have given the Southeast governors and 40 state governors, 60 days ultimatum to leave the Southeast. And they know, because we have a legal document to back our declaration up. So the reason why Ruben Abati came here to interrogate or to interview Soludo is not even for the betterment of the Southeast. Is to make sure that he spill it out the way it is to the world, that there is nothing like redeclaration of Biafra. There is nobody that we recognize as Simon Ekpa. This Soludo. Simon Ekpa is Igbo. Soludo is an Igbo man. So let us continue to listen, and you will hear what you have never heard. Igbo people are terrible.
And turn the thing into a killing spree.
Now, Simon Ekpa has turned the Southeast as a killing spree. That is the words of Chalimwambwa for Soludo the delegitimized governor of Anambra State. That's Simon Ekpa that is protecting his own brothers and sisters, his family, every Biafrans is now the killing machine. So that you will understand where we are coming from. That these people means no good for the Ndibo. These are animals. So the reason why Reuben Abati left where his comfort zone and came to the southeast, I don't know where they had this meeting anyways, and came to the southeast, if he's in the southeast, to ask him about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And I want to tell Biafrans that Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer in any court in the world. No case to answer in Nigeria. So all these, their shenanigans we had known. We know that they cannot release Nnamdi Kanu. The only way to release Nnamdi Kanu is by the barrels of the gun. That is how Nnamdi Kanu will be free. They can never free Nnamdi Kanu. Believe you me. We're not joking here. Listen. And you will listen to this animal, what he said about his own brother. Other people will come and, sugarcoat things. But this one is telling you that we will, if need be, we will bring Simon Ekpa down. We will kill him so that he can become the next governor of that same state in the next coming election. Listen.
Just kill people with reckless abandon. And some of us are just not it. So, release of Nnamdi Kanu for me is different from the issue of security.
Now, releasing of Nnamdi Kanu to him, Soludo, as the god of Biafra, is a very big issue of security for him. As in, he's now the god of Biafra, or rather the god of Nnamdi Kanu. He is now the Okulora of Nnamdi Kanu. And you can see how shameless these old fools here are. They're not even interested of the people that was killed in December till this very moment that we are. A young girl was killed in her house yesterday while she was sewing clothes. And they didn't ask this question. People were massacred during that December till January. February, it became worse. In this March, because Donald Trump has spoken about some things and they are now, trying to manage the situation. Can you see how corrupt your country is? Listen, continue to listen to your governor, your delegitimized governor.
I separate the two. I don't link the two. Nnamdi Kanu for me is for us to have this conversation about the long-term future of Igbos, and that's a different conversation. For the criminals who are kidnappers, we've given them olive branch. Come out, we train you, we empower you, we'll rehabilitate you.
The criminals he's talking about, just in case you don't know, are the Biafran Liberation Army. The criminal, these animals, these terrorists, Soludo, that is working for the Fulanis, is talking about, is the Biafran Liberation Army. That is who is calling criminal. Those are the people he's calling criminal. His own brothers, to please the Northerners. That is why Soludo is calling his own brothers criminal. And now saying that, man, look, you will hear him. That Mazi Simon Ekpa is a criminal. That they are collecting money from people to enrich themselves. These are the narrative that they push out there for the Ndiberisms. Continue to listen. He's an Igbo man.
That will take you out.
So, Mr. Kanu, I take it then that you also make a distinction between the cause that Nnamdi Kanu was pursuing and the one that Simon Ekpa is pursuing.
I don't know what Simon Ekpa is pursuing. I have no idea what it is about, because I have no idea if he's pursuing any cause other than to swindle people for money.
Is shying away from the reality on ground. They came, the reason why this Arise television is here is to reaffirm to the world that there was nothing like Biafra declaration. So that they don't even know what Simon Ekpa is talking about. Simon Ekpa is talking trash. He's talking rubbish. Simon Ekpa cannot be taken seriously because they don't know him and they don't want to know him. And these are the same people when Simon Ekpa was defending the whole Biafran land. They never made his noise. They never made his sound. Today, they are attacking Simon Ekpa.
It's become a business because people all over the world contribute money for them.
That is the point. People all over the world contribute money for them. This is the problem we have.
Governor, I take it then that you also make a distinction between the course that Nnamdi Kanu was pursuing and the one that Simon Ekpa is pursuing.
I don't know what Simon Ekpa is pursuing. I have no idea what it is about because I have no idea if he's pursuing any cause other than to swindle people for money. And, it's become a business because people all over the world contribute money for them. And they become super rich. So I don't know what he's pursuing.
It's good that things are happening the way that they happen now with the CM. Soludo say him no know wetin Simon Ekpa dey pursue. But I no see the full journal, I no see the full interview because I expected them to ask him why is he being detained. We expect the journalists to ask him why is he being held. Anyway, Soludo say that Nnamdi Kanu matter no concern anything insecurity. I want to ask a question. Wetin come begin the jiggy gele koko wey dey happen for Biafra land today? Wetin come cause the problem? Now, Soludo no fit tell us wetin Nnamdi Kanu do at the first place when make dem come carry am go put am for Abuja detention dungeon. He no tell us, but he say you go listen to a full interview. Make we just listen from beginning. Make we hear wetin Soludo talk. Listen to him.
When the Northern Youths issued quit notice to the Igbos, I was the chairman of the Planning and Strategy Committee of Ohanes and Igbo worldwide. We took a census of Igbos in the North. And guess what? We came to the just some estimate of about 11.7 million Igbos in the North alone. If you have a disorderly dismemberment of this country, what a chaos for this tiny place, and so on. There are other visions for the Southeast. Why couldn't you make it a livable and prosperous homeland? Why couldn't you create new prosperity? Why do we keep blaming? So let us come together. We can turn this place to be anything we want it to become. So there are alternative viewpoints. I'd like him.
Are you listening to what Soludo is saying? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't need to demand for the freedom of his people. All he should have done is to bring initiatives, how to carry on, how to move on, how to make Nigeria a better place. But this Soludo day here, ask Soludo, was he not there when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting to make Nigeria a greater place? Did it work? It did not work. Was he not there when Simon Ekpa was fighting to make Nigeria the greatest country in this world? It worked? It no work. You see what Soludo is saying? That Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with the insecurity. I want to tell everybody that Soludo the lie. 100% pro lie. Name Soludo the lie. Because Igbo land, the Biafra land in general, they peaceful until they go kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, I dey like make you do things the way it's supposed to be. I dey look for people like these people wey call themselves Soludo, make them come out to tell us say Nigeria is justified by going to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. It's not just release him. Why would you beg Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu? Nobody is asking Nigeria, what did Nnamdi Kanu do? Why should you go to Kenya and kidnap him? Nobody is asking this question. All they are asking for is release him. Now you heard what Soludo is doing. Instead of you to demand for the freedom of your people, they should come and they bring initiative. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have asked you, why is it that we don't have airport? Why is it that we don't have seaport? Why is it that if you want to go to America, if you want to go to Canada, if you want to travel outside Nigeria, you must go from Igbo land, from Aba, Calabar, from Umuahia, from Uyo, correct, but anywhere to Lagos before you travel? If that airport today for Eastern Zone, waiting go happen, land go break, Soludo. Why is it that you have to go and import goods from all the way Asia, Europe, America, and Australia? When you bring it to Nigeria, it must end in Lagos. You must charter a trailer, contract a trailer to carry your goods all the way from Lagos to Onitsha, to Aba, to Umuahia, to Abakaleke, to wherever, Calabar, Ekom. Where? Why? Why is it like that? When we have water in Calabar, when we have rivers everywhere, when we have sea, when we have even seaport that was existing, that was functioning until Obasanjo concludes them. Why is it that these things are not working? So, Ludo, these are the questions all these journalists should be asking you, not patronizing you with romancing questions or golden questions. Listen to Soludo. Continue. Listen.
To be part of that conversation. Other visions for the Southeast. Why couldn't you make it a livable and prosperous homeland? Mm-hmm. Why couldn't you create new prosperity? Why do we keep blaming? So let us come together. We can turn this place to be anything we want it to become. So there are alternative viewpoints. I'd like him to be part of that conversation. And I want him, the legal process, if the courts have asked for him to be released, let him be released, hand him over.
Are you hearing him? If the court have said that he should be released, let him be released. Are you listening to that man called Soludo? Which court once say make he get released? Has court not granted him? Has court not discharged him? Has court not acquitted him? Why is he there? Soludo is not asking these questions. Una go enter bush, you go court, una go come follow the ask who they call that thing. Na make una they understand ihe na-eme anyị isi anyị n'aka, osi anyị n'aka, osi anyị n'aka. Understand what is happening. If you don't understand, you no go understand them. Listen to him.
Let's have a conversation. Let's have a sit down and interrogate the different views. But a whole lot of this Simon Ekpa and some of this, his band of criminals.
Did you hear him? Did you hear Soludo that Simon Ekpa demanding for Biafra is criminal? Going to Finland to declare Biafra is criminal. What is not criminal? You raising touts in the name of Udoga, the criminals, to extort money. You allowing people to come to Onitsha and loot people in the name of NAFDAC is not criminal. I want make una they see, make una they understand them. That is what our people are going through. Nobody will speak for you. That's why you have to speak up.
Took over and turned the thing into a killing spree. Just kill people over.
Now, I want to ask a question. Why should Simon Ekpa take over? Why? Listen, if you had not illegally kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa wouldn't have come into the scene. This is just the simple truth. And we don't want to address the truth. With the run round and round the airplane turner. Listen, see, make I tell you. Soludo, if you no put hand the support to go kidnap Nnamdi Kanu for Kenya, it come all of una the glow to the throw party they celebrate. If say una no do am, una no go kidnap am, Simon Ekpa info come out. Now the question be this: waiting cause Simon Ekpa to come out. Listen to Soludo.
But a whole lot of this Simon Ekpa and some of this, his band of criminals, took over and turned the thing into a killing spree. Just kill people with reckless abandon. And some of us are just not it. So, the release of Nnamdi Kanu for me is different from the issue of security.
If it is different from the issue of security, Soludo, why is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu still in the detention of Nigeria facility? Why in there? That is what I want you to tell us. Why are you still keeping Nnamdi Kanu there? Soludo, you have not come up to demand or to ask the question, why is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu illegally kidnapped and detained?
I separate the two. I don't link the two. Nnamdi Kanu for me is for us to have this conversation about the long-term future of Igbos, and that's a different conversation. For the criminals who are kidnappers, we've given them olive branch.
Now, I want to ask a question. At the first place, how did things start? You don't want to address it. You just want to go for top, go clean, and it go look clean for up. When the thing, the fight, the raw to the hot to the burst from under, now be the problem. You don't want to address the issue. What was the quest of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? What was Nnamdi Kanu demanding for? Nobody is looking at it. You want him to come out and bow to you, and then you put him in politics. We don't need politics. Do the needful. We don't need him in politics.
Come out. We train you. We empower you. We rehabilitate you. If you don't, we'll take you out.
So, Mr. Governor, I take it then that you also make a distinction between the course that Nnamdi Kanu was pursuing and the one that Simon Ekpa is pursuing.
I don't know what Simon Ekpa is pursuing. I have no idea what it is about, because I have no idea if he's pursuing any cause other than to swindle people for money. And, it's become a business because people all over the world contribute money for them.
Oh, God, have mercy. Now you understand the truth and what is happening. He have not even condemned the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He is telling you, if the government release him, he should come and join him in politics. We go discuss. Wait for the politicians to give you life. Wait, let them give you life. Wait, let them give you life. Continue waiting for them. Wait for Soludo.